We now welcome Joey Logano, driver of the number 20 Home Depot Toyota. Joey currently sits 14th in points with 1 win this season. Joey, obviously a lot of talk about the chase and wild card as we get into the second half of the season. Just talk a little bit about where you are thus far coming into New Hampshire this weekend.
Oh, it's definitely very, very close out there right now for the chase spot. Obviously, you guys know that, and I think at this point, you know, as many guys that have 1 win that are this close in points right now, I think another win is going to be a very important thing to get. So, you know, not a better weekend than this weekend to get one, and you know, obviously being my home area here, it'd be a really cool to win here. So, we're doing everything we can to get our Home Depot car as good as it needs to be, and you know, try to get one. Like I said, these wins are going to be super important right now.
We'll take questions for Joey. Please raise your hand and we'll get a wireless mic to you. We'll start right here on the right.
Joey, Jason Remillard, Springfield Republican. I mean, you mentioned this being your home track and everything, but just talk about, you know, just being able on Sunday to have, you know, a few of the guys from the Patriots going to be able to, you know, be with you before the race. I mean, how cool is that to have your home team, you know, representing you, you know, before your big race? I mean, last year you went there, and now they're kind of coming to you.
Yeah, it was cool. I got to, you know, visit the Patriots last year and, you know, see the training facility, and they tried to teach me how to kick a field goal, and I'm going to stick to driving race cars. So that was pitiful. Extra points weren't happening for me. So no, it's cool that they're coming up here to watch the races. Some of those guys are race fans, so that's pretty neat to have them come up here and check it out. So that'll be fun. And like you said, home area. So I got to see some of my buddies. The other day, I got to go to Connecticut early and did a few things up there in Middletown and seen some of my friends and did a lot of things there. So I had fun.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Bob here on the left.
Bob Parker, Sporting News. Do you feel more pressure trying to make the chase or just not knowing about next year? And how much do you feel like making the chase would kind of maybe help you in what you're trying to get for next year?
That's a good question. You know, I think you feel pressure from both ends. Obviously, as you want to, you know, be able to focus 100% on what you're doing right now, trying to make the chase. So, you know, during the week, we're trying to figure out what my future is going to be, and I'm trying to prepare myself for the weekend. And then when we get here, I put all that stuff in the back of my mind and focus 100% on what I got going on this weekend and trying to win a race. So, you know, I say it all the time: winning races will make all the other stuff come along a lot quicker. So, we're getting there slowly but surely.
Go ahead, Bob, with a follow-up.
Do you have any more confidence and or feel like you control your destiny more on one than the other?
I don't know. I'm just, I mean, obviously, racing itself on one side of it out there on a racetrack, you can only control so much of your destiny out there, but you can control it quite a bit. And like I said, if you can control it on the racing side, you can control it on the other side too. So as long as I keep doing what we've been doing on the racetrack, you know, with all the top 10s we got and top 5s, and you know, with that win, being in that chase spot makes you want it a little bit more. So we got to keep working on that.
Questions for Joey? Okay, we'll take one from David in the back.
David Newton, ESPN.com. Who do you look at as the biggest threats for the wild card right now? And do you even consider a guy like Jeff Gordon, who's a few spots back in points but no wins, a threat?
There's a lot. You know, obviously you get the 2 guys that are right behind me there. I think Casey's had a lot of fast race cars, so you'd assume he's going to be definitely have a pretty good shot at it. I'd say the 24 is someone that you would figure would get a win between now and the chase, you would think. So he'll be right up there. So that's why I say that extra win is going to mean a lot. We're not that far from Kyle in points either. You know, we're only a few points back from him. So there's 5 or 6 of us, 7 of us that are, you know, very, very close, and one win would be a big deal. So I think it's one of the most exciting races to the chase that we've had, especially for me because I'm involved in it. So it's definitely a lot of fun, and you know, it does add a little bit more pressure because you can't afford to have a bad race at this point.
Yeah, go ahead with a follow-up.
And I hate to ask this, but with what's going on with the 22 right now and your situation, has your group or team or whatever made any contact with Penske about that being a possibility for next year?
Obviously, right now we look at all our options, you know, out there and trying to do whatever we can do to you know, have the best opportunity for my future. And that's, you know, talking to as many people as we can and seeing what's available.
Okay, do you have a question?
Drew Bonifant with the Concord Monitor. What impact does Tony's run last year, where he was way back and came all the way back to win it when the chase started? have on you? Does it just give you more confidence that you can make a run right up towards the top of these standings?
Yeah, I mean, you can do it. When they reset this thing for the chase, it's a whole new season. You're focused 100% right now on getting there, and then once we get there, we gotta reset our focus again. So, we still have the same deal every time we go to the racetrack, though. We're trying to win the race, and that never changes. But it lets you recover from having a bad start of the season. So, we didn't have the best beginning of the season that I wish we had. We went through a lot of different learning curves, but at this point, we're getting close to where we need to be, and we're being able to knock out those top 10 finishes week in and week out. And you wish you had that in the beginning of the year, because you'd be in a lot better spot than we are right now.
Any question for Joey? Okay, go ahead, Bob.
How do you balance the need for points versus the need for wins, considering where you're at in the points?
That's very, very hard. Probably a equally hard question for Jason as is for me. You're out there to get the best finish you possibly can. In the points position we're in right now, we can't afford to have a bad finish, but a win is very valuable. So you don't want to go checkers or wreckers and go for a victory or a 25th place finish. That's something I think that we really can't take that big of a risk yet. I don't think we're in that point yet. We're still close in the points to getting maybe a couple spots in the point standing itself. So, I think you have to kind of wait and play it out. If we can do something a little crazy to get a win, yeah, we're going to do it. But at the same time, like I said, it's the risk versus reward. We got to weigh both ends of it out.